Hello and welcome back to Cinematic Venom and a brand new episode of the 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Join the Cinematic Venom Discord and subreddit. Post stuff in there and I will react to them. Now, before we get on to the 1001 episode, a quick word from our sponsor. While we're all isolated from the outside world, why not learn a new skill? In the description there's a link to a great selection of drawing courses to improve your craft as an artist. You could even use these for some great stop motion projects. Just look at some of the testimonies showing people's improvements before and after starting the courses. For example, a regular drawing from me, like as of right now, would look like this. But if I were to take one of these courses, it would end up looking like this. Yes, I know. You all want to experience this magic. Link below. Rob woke up, like he always does at the start of dramatic intros. What? He said. Huh? Rob is confused. Why are you saying this? They can clearly see what's going on. Rob begins to get angry at the narrator. Can you stop, please? He said angrily. Are you kidding me? He asked. Look, He paused from annoyance. Is this art? He questioned. He wiped his head for no reason. He transitioned to the intro.
Times have changed.
The Grand Budapest Hotel tells the story in a flashback of Jude Law, who wrote a novel about the titular hotel. Whilst there, he meets the owner called Zero, and they have dinner as we enter another flashback to hear his whole story going from lobby boy to the owner of the damn thing. Then a bunch of other stuff happens. It also stars Voldemort, Adrian Brody, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, Harvey Keitel, Bill Murray, Edward Norton and Owen Wilson. Pretty good lineup.
Very good.
The planning of the story began all the way back in 2006 when director Wes Anderson came up with an 18-page script with Hugo Guinness, who he often worked alongside. They managed to come out with a 12-minute long cut of the film, but they were unable to think of a sequence of events to advance the story. I can tell.
I beg your pardon?
Anderson soon became fascinated with Austrian novelist Stefan Zweig's work, particularly his portrayal of 20th century Vienna. He was inspired to have a historical pastiche with an alternate timeline, combined with pre-World War II European history. The final screenplay was finished in just 6 weeks. Obviously the cast was the major selling point, bringing in many who have worked with Anderson in the past. Edward Norton and Bill Murray signed on as soon as they read the script. Oh sure, but it takes the latter about 30 years to agree to Ghostbusters 3.
That's all for now.
Angela Lansbury was also involved originally but had to drop out due to other commitments. The movie was mostly shot at the empty 20th century Gorlitzer Warenhaus, a vacant department store. Anderson even considered buying the property to stop it from being demolished.
People fear they won't get what they want.
The Grand Budapest Hotel premiered at the 64th Annual Berlin International Film Festival on February the 6th, 2014, where it won the Silver Bear Grand Jury Prize, and it was a huge box office success. It ended up earning $172.9 million worldwide, becoming the 46th highest grossing film that year, but Wes Anderson's most successful film to this day. Of course, critics adored it as BBC picked it as one of the greatest films in the 21st century, loving it for its craftsmanship and zany adventure story, in addition to its star-studded cast. It even has George Clooney as an uncredited extra. Look! There he is!
Thank you most kindly, sir.
It went on to be nominated for 9 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, but it only won Best Original Score, Best Production Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best Costume Design. But how is it? Well, let's take a look. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Wait. Why is that there? Did someone f*** up the projector reel? Oh great, this movie was literally made by a f***ing paintbrush.
People think the writer's imagination is always at work, that he's constantly inventing an endless supply of incidents and episodes, that he simply dreams up his stories out of thin air.
Who has ever said that about any writer, ever?
Once the public knows you're a writer, they bring the characters and events to you. And as long as you maintain your ability to look and to carefully listen, these stories will continue to... Stop it! Stop it! Don't do it!
Oh, hey, it's me trying to record one of these reviews.
Daddy, can I have a drink, please?
I'll get you something in a minute. I'm recording.
But I'm thirsty.
Yes.
Well, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Why do unicorns have horns?
Okay, so I am forever baffled by the fact that film schools constantly teach techniques to avoid doing, and yet every art house film ever continues to use these techniques and they're praised as being masterpieces. I don't get it. There's so much narration, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it's fine as it explains the backstory of the character, but then...
Who's this interesting old fellow? I inquired of Monsieur Jean. To my surprise, he was distinctly taken aback.
Don't you know?
He asked.
Don't you recognize him?
What was the point in that? We can literally see what's going on. Why are you telling us what you're doing? They even used his voiceover to explain how the character's feeling, which could easily be portrayed through the magical art of acting.
And God help you if you use voiceover in your work, my friends. God help you. It's flaccid, sloppy writing. Any idiot can write voiceover narration to explain the thoughts of a character.
He often comes and stays a week or more. 3 times a year at least, but never in the season.
Monsieur Jean signaled to me and I leaned closer.
Why are you telling us this? Why are there so many moments of pointless narration? You're telling us things that are clearly on the screen. Is this for the visually impaired? And some people have said, oh, it's just Wes Anderson's style. That's not a defense. Oh, you don't like a drag queen eating dog shit off the floor? Well, sucks to be you. It's John Waters' style, you know. Also, I was positive that this was the dad from Jumanji, who was also in Titanic, and who also looks like the teacher from Jason Takes Manhattan. But all three are completely different people. How do 3 separate guys all look exactly the same?
Who are you?
I'm Zero, sir.
Don't you remember me from Holes?
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
It's better than acting in an overrated movie. Yeah, I said it. It's not that good. Come at me.
The requirements were always the same. They had to be rich, old, insecure, vain, superficial, blonde, needy.
Why blonde?
Because they all were.
Apparently all blondes are evil.
This was also when I met Agatha. But we won't discuss that.
Yeah, it might actually be interesting. Oh no, Agatha's dead. Literally 90 seconds after we were introduced to her. Conflict! Alright, we do spend more time with Agatha throughout the film through flashbacks, but the movie is constantly moving and in a way that just leaves you confused. There's films like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or Memento where it's a complex film to the point you notice more and more things each time you watch it, but here the film is just confusing and almost needs you to watch it more than once, which defeats the purpose. If you have to watch a movie more than one time to enjoy it, it doesn't do its job. It's also incredibly boring to me. I watched the first half an hour and then started it all over again because I was so bored I wasn't sure I caught it all. But even then, I still don't really know. I watched this movie yesterday and I don't remember anything from it. Zero is the only character I remember, which is amazing considering the immense number of stars involved.
There's really no point in doing anything in life because it's all over in the blink of an eye. And the next thing you know, rigor mortis sets in. Oh, how the good die young.
It's a happy film.
She was dynamite in the sack, by the way.
Okay, that was funny.
She was 84, Monsieur Gustave.
I've had older.
Ew.
Now, wait a minute. Sit down, Zero. His papers are in order. I cross-referenced them myself with the Bureau of Labour and Servitude. You can't arrest him simply because he's a bloody immigrant.
This isn't America, you know.
This is Madame D's last will and testament.
You're jealous! I guess he had to do something before Independence Day 2 and Jurassic World 2.
This criminal has plagued my family for nearly 20 years. He's a ruthless adventurer and a con artist who preys on mentally feeble, sick old ladies. And he probably them too.
Uh-oh.
I go to bed with all my friends.
Oh god, it's Michael Jackson's defense! That was funny. What is going on? Oh god, it's the Green Goblin!
If I learn you ever once laid a finger on my mother's body, living or dead, I swear to God I'll cut your throat. You hear me?
I thought I was supposed to be a
You are, but you're bisexual.
Alright, I'll give him that. I love that line.
By order of the Commissioner of Police, Subroca Province, I hereby place you under arrest for the murder of Madame Celine Villeneuve de Goffin Taxis.
I knew there was something fishy. We never got the cause of death. She's been murdered. And you think I did it?
Alright, this film does have some really funny moments.
In the small hours of the evening of 19 October, an individual well known to the House and staff of Monsieur Gustave H. did arrive at the De Goff and Taxi's residence in Lutz.
My god, Goldblum is clearly reading this. He doesn't seem to even give a shit. Just think about that. This was before he gave no effort in Independence Day. He just couldn't care less. There's no effort, no emotion, nothing. I'm just spending most of this movie wondering what the f is going on. It's just unstructured and all over the place, which obviously means it's art and not that it's a complete mess. And remember, if it's an art film, you are not allowed to find it boring. Yes, because remember, style is much more important than actual legitimate viewing entertainment.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
We'll take the lot.
Oh look, it's Harvey Keitel. You know, I just can't help but feel they forked out all the cash for the stars and then someone was like, hey dude, I just was like smoking a joint and I came up with a sick idea for a new movie. Yeah, I'm listening. I was thinking, right, we just take all these names, we take like Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe, Ralph Fiennes, Owen Wilson, Jeff Goldblum, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody, we just put them all into one movie. Jude Law, Kermit the Frog, Queen Elizabeth, Michael Jordan, a chair, and the Deirdre from Coronation Street, just put them all in one movie, all together. Matt, that sounds amazing! What are the characters like? What do you mean characters? Okay, story? Oh, they do some in a hotel. So your solution is to get a bunch of famous actors and not really do anything with them? Just put them in a film? Yeah, it's going straight to the Oscars. Yeah, like that would ever be nominated for Best Picture. The Academy's stupid. Door.
Are you ill, Mr. Mustafa? I finally asked.
Oh, dear me, no.
He said.
It's only that I don't know how to proceed.
He was crying.
Stop narrating everything! We can see what's going on! Rob fails to understand art. F*** off! It's right there! What? You were literally telling us what we're watching!
He was crying.
9 Oscars! We were sitting down. He had a beard. I wore glasses. I suddenly got a wedgie. We wore clothes. I breathed. I then exhaled. We made a really shitty movie. And are we just going to ignore the fact that Zero as a kid is Indian and then clearly grows up to become a white guy? How did the movie get away with this? He's Indian and grows up white. And I looked into it. The actor's dad is from Lebanon, but the guy's still, he was born in America, and look at him, he's clearly white. This movie's racist, and all of you people support it. It's disgusting behaviour.
I suggest that we immediately bring this matter to the attention of the municipal inspector so that there can be absolutely no question of impropriety at any future date.
This is literally the entire movie. Everybody talks really calmly with long drawn-out lines with long words. It's the whole film. It's every performance.
This stinks, sister.
Okay, I take it back. This movie's amazing.
Okay.
He stole a painting. It's very valuable, maybe 5 million Klubecks, in fact. I don't know if anyone's even noticed it's missing it, but if something should happen to me and Mr. Gustav...
You steal art?
Yes, so don't worry, this movie's safe.
Go to sleep.
Just give him this DVD. Should do the trick.
The next morning, Herr Becker received a peculiar last-minute notice from the office of Deputy Kovacs.
Did he receive a decent script?
I suppose this is to be expected back in... Where do you come from again?
Excellent, well, Jabet.
But then I somehow grew up to be a Caucasian.
What a bloody idiot I am. Pathetic fool. Goddamn selfish This is disgraceful, and it's beneath the standards of the Grand Budapest.
Oh my god. Just get on with it! I don't give a flying, rotting egg mixed with Bill Clinton's turd! Just move on!
Dmitri and Joplin, ruthless, cold-blooded savages. Gustav H. at large. What else?
Zero, confused.
Of course Zero's confused. He was born in Bangladesh, grew up, and then he's like, oh I'm a white guy for no reason in the middle of Germany. What the hell?
It reads as follows. Pack your things. Stop. Be ready to leave at moment's notice. Stop. Hide out as vicinity of Gabelmeister's Peak. Stop. Destroy this message. All my love. Full stop.
Why do people always read the word stop? It's a pet peeve. I don't get it. Even if the paper literally says stop, it doesn't mean you read it out loud. When you read your line in a script, you don't say, and then I will get my revenge! Exclamation mark evil laugh.
Where you headed, mister?
New York, I must find Spider-Man! I feel so bad for them. They're trying to be all intense, but I lost interest about half an hour ago. Just end! I guess this snow slide looks cool, even though they clearly stole it from the N64 Star Wars Pod Racer video game. If only any of this had a point.
If this to be the end, farewell, cried the wounded piper boy. Whilst the muskets cracked and the yeomen roared hurrah and the ramparts fell. Methinks me breathes me last, me fears, said he. Holy shit, you've got him!
A man just got shoved off a cliff to his death. And I'm bored!
I say we steal that sick maniac's motorcycle, go fetch Agatha, take back Bowie with that ball, and head for the Maltese Riviera once and for all.
And then we go find a much better screenplay.
The beginning of the end of the end of the beginning has begun.
Well, it's about time!
Have you seen the pastry girl with a package under her arm in the last minute and a half?
Yep. She just got on the elevator with Mr. Golf from Texas.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Otto, sir. The new lobby boy?
Well, you haven't been trained properly, Otto. Lobby boy never provides information of that kind. You're a stone wall, understood?
Okay, that was funny. God, even the composer got bored and thought, f*** it.
I'm gonna blast your candy ass once and for all right now.
Yeah, even with a gun, Adrian Brody is one of the least intimidating people ever.
An important newspaper syndicate. And perhaps you've already deduced, this very institution, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Roll credits!
What happened in the end?
The movie ended! It's just boring. Sure, visually it's incredibly well made and the acting is great, as is the star lineup. But that's all it has going for itself. Isn't the point of a movie to entertain? The film is all over the place, the characters are forgettable, and the story lacks and is just a chore to sit through. Entertainment value is kind of an important thing too, guys. This movie clearly did well, and I'm glad that others got something out of it, but it just wasn't for me. Gotta make sure the bed's made for when you wake up, because apparently people make the bed in their sleep.
No, but like, you had the quilt the wrong way. Like,
Who? Oh yes, that's gonna get a dislike.
well, the butterflies were the wrong way.
I'm going out with Monica.